Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this week's edition of the Apples to Apples podcast. And we are
Oh, I
not,
decided not to interrupt, but I really need to.
you need to or you don't need to. I don't think you
Well,
ever need to.
I sort of do. There's a lot. I mean, we got to talk a lot about last week's show for those of you that. Well, still got to find out if people could watch it. And then this is kind of a
I'm
weird.
I'm I'm working I'm working on it. I actually was
Okay,
gonna say we are not on video this week.
no, we're not. Well, that's the second piece of this. I don't know. This is um. I don't want to say it's a closure because the people at WFNU 94.1 Frogtown Community Radio, we're kind of new to the new time slot and probably some new listeners. So we're not closing anything, but I mean, it's our last show from the three coasts, the East, the West, and the Mid Coast. It's our last one.
It's not really my commentary to make. I don't know why.
What do you mean? I
It's
thought
like
that was public knowledge.
it was, but it's also strange silence from.
No, it is we're I am always of the mindset we'll always be tri-coastal because our listeners are from all coasts.
Well,
Where we record doesn't mean where we're listened.
Yeah, I mean, our
Where
listeners
we're
are
heard, I should have said.
our listeners are I mean, try, but um, okay. Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean,
I'm
our
not going to be
listeners are from
selfish
all
and be
over
like,
the
oh, just
planet.
because I'm not going to be selfish and just be, oh, because I'm moving, we got to make a big deal. Our listeners are staying the same. Where they can listen to us is staying the same. Now that we move time slots, and that's official. So nothing changes. The Honeycrisp studio will be changing, but it'll just be just like normal.
Okay. But I mean,
Right?
that's yeah. I mean, I guess we'll be down. We're going to eliminate a time zone.
it should help our recording a bit.
If
Although to be
anything, yeah,
fair,
we'll be doing shows more often.
yeah, I mean that was less about the time zones and more about Sam saving the world um, over and over again.
Well, there were some times, where I was not the one out, the one having issues.
No, no, of course not.
I you're new. Yeah, I mean, you're new. We probably shouldn't say where you're working, but your new company still doing the stuff you used. It's still in the same field as your old company, correct?
Yeah, but I shouldn't be. The hours should be better.
Well, I haven't. I have a and I know you don't sell. Like, I don't think you work on commission by getting business or anything. But I have a new client that you guys should really, really reach out to.
Is it Applebaum Design?
Oh, that too. Great one. That's two. Yeah. No, that one's going okay. I don't think we have any real issues yet with the people that work there, but there's one that could really use a PR firm. You want to guess, Drew?
Are you the WNBA?
Mm-hmm. If there's ever
Yeah, that was.
yeah, if there's ever an organization that could use a PR firm, I would say it's them, but we can talk about that later.
That was
I
quite the statement they made today.
What did
Oh,
they
I
say
didn't even know.
today?
Wait, by the way, I didn't even know they made one today.
Yeah, I'm with Sam. I'm with you. A WNBA task force of team presidents and general managers
Yeah.
met and discussed, but did not arrive at any eligibility rules.
Oh,
Okay, so
that's
nothing.
right.
So
They were
nothing.
That's
they were gonna decide who's a man and who's a woman. That's right.
Well, they did not decide.
no,
no, but that's why they
yeah,
got
they
together.
basically they made a statement that basically says we're fine, we don't have any issues. So Enos Cantor is still allowed in the draft apparently.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know they made a statement. Well, that's good. I'm glad they made a statement about nothing.
No, I knew exactly who you were talking about when you brought it up.
They're
I thought it
amazing.
was because of today's statement. I'm shocked. Miss Engelbert is still in charge.
Okay, I
And
agree.
by the
She should
way,
be. Yeah.
the Indiana Fever coach is just proving she is a worse and worse coach. Not even she was a bad coach because of the basketball stuff, but now she's a bad coach because of people stuff. She doesn't even care about her own team.
Yeah,
No,
it's very.
she's just I mean, yeah, she's a terrible coach. Period. Like, period.
Well, you know
Um,
what? She's also trying to be politically correct. I mean, at some point, stand for something and not just
yeah,
being politically correct.
I don't disagree with that because it did feel like she flip flopped over the course
Yeah.
of like 3 games.
Well, when
Um,
she no,
I don't, you know what I think is like, I, I'm not, I don't enjoy. I'm not a big Bill Simmons guy. Have not been for quite a while. But
yeah.
he had some commentary the other day about just like the WNBA and blah blah blah, and like amongst many points, some of which were good, some of which were stupid, which is par for the course for Bill Simmons. He was basically just saying like on top of all of the insanity, on top of all of the online discourse, on top of all of the um, other stuff and whatever, like the one thing they're not even trying to do through all of this is like capitalize on what is probably the most talent and star power
Oh,
they've ever
and
had within the league. Like I get it. Olivia Miles plays for us. You think she was the worst draft pick in the history of the league, but she's playing pretty well. I just they're not marketing
yeah, can I
they're
take
not
it a step
marketing their
further?
stars.
And to take it a step further, and I'm not even sure if I mean, I think she's an awful commissioner. Some of the stuff that's going on, I'm not sure what she could do about it.
I agree with
To
that.
your, but to your point exactly, they've never had more. Well, until recently, they had never had more positive media coverage and coverage in general, and more coverage ever going into this season. And look what they did with it. It's remarkable. Anyone that was just teetering on not really being that interested in him or being down on him, they just fed right into it and gave him so much ammo. It's crazy.
They
It's
had gotten to
insane.
this point where they had, you know, there was never going to be the same, Caitlin Clark sells out every arena like her rookie season, but still
No,
you had kind of had her cresting into like her what now third year in the league. Paige Beckers, you still have Asia Wilson, you still have basically the whole New York team, but like they just don't market any of them. And then you have some pretty impressive rookies, Olivia Miles being one of them. I I bet you don't have like you need to find a pretty decent WNBA fan like to know who Kelsey Mitchell is, and I think she's probably a top 5 player in the league right now, and
oh,
she literally
easily.
plays on a team with Caitlin Clark. And I don't think people, I mean, the average actual WNBA fan would know who she is, but that is the type of thing you need to figure out how to get people to know. To your point, to get the genuine casual person involved, and they've just never had more hypothetically positive momentum. They've never had more star power. They've never had more just talent in general. The expansion I think has been great for them. Toronto kind of sucks, but Portland's pretty good. Golden State's second in the league. Like they were they were like inches away from doing it. Then they had the whole collective bargaining agreement BS that they figured out. Like somewhat credit to them for figuring it out. But all they needed was just like one season, and I really felt like they had it. And it has taken, again, not all her fault, not all whoever's fault, but like to not get in front of some of this stuff and let that become what is now the dominating story of your league for a month straight in a season that you really could have new TV contracts and all this stuff like really built up some goodwill and some genuine and expanded fandom. Like it is just such a failure of leadership. And to be honest, I don't think the players are helping. Like I
No,
don't mean to like I'm
you
not a
hit the nail
big
on the head.
listen. I'm probably someone's probably gonna like there's the whole don't talk. It's not about politics really, but it's like they tell athletes just stick to the game or whatever. But like I don't know. I think there was an opportunity that you just go out there and you play and you do well, and like you don't invite this kind of stuff into your league. Like if I'm if I'm somebody, I am kind of mad at Sophie Cunningham as another player. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not bigger than this league. Like, why are you causing us these issues? Like, we're finally gaining some
Well,
real popularity. And she can think what she
agreed. But
thinks.
then on
That's
the
not my
flip
point.
side, Dejanay Carrington thinks she's now above the league, and she's now making a bigger problem herself. So, by the way,
Yeah,
she
no,
can say whatever she
100%.
wants. That was a flagrant two, no matter what. That was horrific. That
Yeah.
foul. So, I mean, to your point, no player. Well, I don't know why they keep adding fuel to the fire. They should just be playing basketball right now. And I mean, and Cheryl Reeve, I know, has said her things, and she's been applauded for what she said, and she's said good things. But
But when you
I mean,
do
which is
say
probably
all
how
this,
the Fever coach should be handling it. But what are
they
you gonna say?
literally open themselves up to this Enos Cantor guy. I mean, it's absurd what he's doing, but he's either doing it. I mean, I don't know him, so I'm not going to get in his head. But he sort of called their bluff, and now they don't even they have no clue what to do because what do you do?
Well, that's the problem. The statement
Not let
today,
him in? How can you let him
the
in?
statement today didn't address anything. Is the problem? They made a statement just to make a statement and didn't say anything in the statement.
I mean,
So
he's
now
a
Royce
man.
White, Enos Cantor, and the transgender in Europe, like, they're still eligible according to their statement.
So they
Well,
got to if they
the,
don't.
the the final thought I have on just the players and how you're acting, I think you're absolutely right, Sam. Like once that door was open, you're right. Carrington can't do what she did and then only make it worse. Like I just think right or wrong, and it's wrong to be fair, but right or wrong, you have to realize as players and coaches and owners and leadership in the organization that especially in today's media cycle and social media and everything, like people are looking for an opportunity to undo the progress that you have made as a league over the course of the past few years and growing
Especially this league.
popularity. That's what I mean. I meant the
Yeah.
WNBA specifically. Yeah. People, trolls, and people that want to discredit you and just idiots online are looking to discredit all of the
Yeah.
progress you have made over the course of 3 years. And to even crack that door open is just so unbelievably crazy to me. And I'm not saying Sophie Cunningham can't believe what she believes. I'm not saying Carrington can't be mad about what she's saying. I'm not saying Cheryl Reeve shouldn't defend people. But I think you sometimes do have to be like the league is kind of bigger than you right now. Like this isn't Steve Kerr talking about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Like that, it's the NBA. They can do no wrong. Steve Kerr can do no wrong. Like you have to realize you're not. It sounds bad, but you're not there yet. And I think I don't know if there was a bit of overconfidence or what, and it's not right because they are and should be looked at as equal as those leagues. But you just know, and it's a fact, and what's happening today is proof of that. That too much of this country doesn't look at them as equal, and they're not acting like it. And I don't know. I just
They also have the
it's
part
kind
where
it actually it bums me out because I like it, and we've the three of us have and our family have watched it for since the link showed up. So I just like it was exciting to me that we were getting to
there's
that
also
point.
the group of people
But
that watch sports so they don't have to hear all this stuff. And they have every right to say whatever they want to say on both sides of it. Sophie Cunningham had every right to say that, and I guarantee you half the league believes what she does, but they just aren't going to say anything because it's not worth it. The
Yeah.
problem is it's taken away, to your point, Drew. People are going to go, I'm not dealing with this anymore.
Well, right, and I think that's my point is like the NBA can get away with it because it's the NBA. Because if people are talking about on ESPN, flip to another channel and they're going to be talking about probably
I mean,
something
Steve
else.
Kerr got a lot of crap too when he said it,
And
but
then we all moved on because like
yeah.
the NBA has the clout, for lack of a better word. Like the
Well, they're not
WNBA
moving on either.
well that's what I'm saying. There's nothing. That's
Carrington's
my point
going
about
from
it.
one issue to another. She's got so many issues of
Well,
her own that she exposed herself, by the way.
As far as Carrington goes,
At
stand by
All-Star
what you
Weekend.
said. Don't say what you said and then go, that's not what I was talking about. Yeah, it was. Don't.
Well, it
No.
wasn't exactly clear whatever she said.
Well,
I don't know.
the
It's
second
just
after you fouled her, then you say that, and then you go, "That I
right.
wasn't talking about
No,
that
I know.
one." Yeah, you
I'm
were.
with you. Like
Just
whether
stand
you
by
were,
it. Who
even if
cares?
you weren't, you had to know that people were going to make that assumption.
And you
My
know what's
point, but
funny
that's my
about
point.
her? Forget race. She's led one of the most privileged lives of anyone in that league. Her dad was an NFL player. She went to insanely expensive private high school. She went to a great college. She's probably one of the brightest people in the league on top of it. She's freaking smart. And she's talking about privilege. She had more privilege than half the people in the league, maybe three-quarters of them. So it's a little ironic. And I
Yeah, I just
understand
think
it's a different kind of privilege that she's referring to, but it's sort of what
I
comes
just
with that.
at the end of the day, like these things shouldn't be the way they are, and that's a big part of it. And I get that's probably the frustration of a ton of fans in the league. I get that's probably the frustration of the players, but like at the end of the day, I think the WNBA and it really should be the leadership should communicate this to the players, but like they kind of have to realize that this is what people are going to be looking for still. It's just the world we live in. It's the stuff people talk about. It's your position against the other leagues so far. Like it sucks. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. And I think leaving that door even cracked a little bit to invite that kind of discourse is just something that
Well,
whether it's the commissioner or someone else or whoever you need to. And to her credit, someone like Caitlin Clark has always stayed away from that stuff.
yeah.
She believes what she believes. I'm sure you can figure it out without too much work, but like she kind of knows, like I don't know if I'm going to be a star in this league. Like I got to just right now
You
kind
know
of
what
play
else is going to
basketball.
happen? Money's going to start talking. They're going because when Kaepernick did this, the NFL had a bit of a rough time at the time, and then they just got rid of him, and then
Yeah,
everything
well,
kind of cleared up
hey,
after a year or two.
I think his talent got rid of him. But yes, you're right.
Well, no, first of all, 1,000% he wasn't good, and that made it easy to get rid of him. But they're going to start losing their own sponsors. They're going to start losing sponsorship because their ratings still, for the amount of money they're making and the amount they're on TV, they're making no money as a league. They're losing money, which is crazy because attendance is pretty good. But anyways, yeah, it's
well,
pretty.
they're no longer losing money. That was the whole debate for the CBA. But either way,
Well, their
the point
ratings are
though,
really bad. Yeah.
I don't think they're really bad, but it doesn't matter. The point of the matter is the margin for error for a league like that is just not the same. And that's not fair. That's probably not the way it should be, but it's reality and it's reality in the country. And I think you are naive to not realize that. And I don't know if the players are naive or it's pride in themselves and in the league, or it's just lack of leadership. It's probably all of the above. Like, I don't know. You got to kind of realize, like, to your point, it's Kaepernick wasn't bigger than the NFL, like you said, Steve Kerr got crap, LeBron got crap. Remember the whole who was it? Was it James Harden, the whole China thing? Like
Yeah.
it comes and goes because the league has other stories. And I think that's what I'm trying to bring a full circle to. Like Engelbert, amongst other screw ups, has done nothing to create new stories. They should be bearing this conversation with something like Olivia Miles could be the first rookie MVP since Candace Parker. Like we can't have these same conversations over and over and over again. If you don't want it to happen, something is on the verge of happening perhaps for the first time in 20 years. I think it was Candace Parker. You can fact check. You can fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure. Um, Maybe it wasn't Candace Parker. Who was it? Why can't I think of who it was? Rookie of the. It doesn't matter. But like that's kind of my point. I should know that because they should be talking about it constantly. And I'm a little biased because of Olivia Miles, but it doesn't matter. Pick your talking point. Like it doesn't need to be this one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Well, they need
Yeah,
a
Candace
PR
Parker,
firm.
2008. All right, I was right.
They need a PR firm.
I
They
think
need a
they
PR
definitely
firm.
have one, by the way.
They need a new one.
I've read my
They-
fair share of PR media statements, and that screams it. So they definitely do.
They need a better one, I guess, is the answer then.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, yeah. The PR firm can only do so much.
Yeah,
if they
when
have
you
no
got
content to write anything.
well, maybe
But
ask a
yes.
doctor the difference between a male and a female. Maybe they can tell you.
Well, I mean, they've
Well,
also had non-binary people play for him before in the league before, and that no one said anything better about it. So
I mean,
The-
are they
the-
going to literally let that guy play?
and his Cantor, they'll figure it out by the time anything happens with him,
Well,
I'm sure.
they're going to have to say you're a man, and that's where they're going to get themselves in trouble. That then
Well,
everybody
he
out of the
declared for the
woodwork.
draft, which is in what, 10 months, 9 months?
Why
Like
doesn't he just sign as a free agent?
by the way, Minnesota guy
because I
Royce
don't
White
think
also
he
did.
can. I don't think you can.
Oh, you can't. You can't get in the league.
I don't know. Maybe I guess clearly there's a reason. Why would?
Yeah,
Because
no,
you're
I
right.
don't
Why would
know.
he not?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because if he was really trying to make a point, he would have just said, "I'm a free agent." But he
Well, I don't think
specifically
he
was
will.
like, "I'm declaring for the draft."
And he obviously doesn't want to play. He's just calling their bluff.
No, of course.
So-
And Royce White was just trying to distract from another failed political campaign.
Well, Enes Kanter too is his life story is insane. Like he's gone through some stuff. This is peanuts compared to what he's been through. So
he's just trying to prove a point. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I just read. Okay, there it is. There's the statement from the WNBA. The task force. I got another while we're talking about this because you guys are smarter than me. I got a friend. He's worth $600 million, and then I have another friend who's worth $5 billion, and they just bought a team for $12 billion. Can you explain to me how that works? Because that math doesn't really add up. That's $5.6 billion, and how do you get to 12?
Well, they don't buy it with their own cash out of their pocket.
Well,
So they're getting a
they
loan.
finance
They're
it,
getting
and
a
there's
loan
debt.
for $7 million. No chance. $7 billion, I mean. Like, how does that work? I'm not even being funny.
There's probably other investors. It's probably not just the two of them.
Sounds like it was the two of them.
Well, it wasn't just Lori and A-Rod and Bloomberg, but you don't know who the other three were. But most people don't even know Bloomberg's involved.
Yeah, I think it was just those three, but yeah, you're right. Well,
I-
Bloomberg actually could do it by himself. Well, the
Well,
Timberwolves.
I'm very confident it's not.
Did you see that thing where this group of
Well,
owners?
also the guy who they bought it from had a controlling interest. He didn't have 100%. So they didn't pay 12 billion. The deal was valued at 12 billion, which means that
Right.
they paid less.
They bought half for 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
to
current
dumb it
owner,
down.
the guy that just sold the team, owned the team for a year and made $2 billion. Glenn Taylor made 1.4 and owned our team for how many years?
We talked about it ad nauseum. Why do you think he wanted out of the sale so badly?
Yeah. Not to mention, the two Laker owners that just sold, or the Laker owner that just sold, has got multiple businesses being investigated. So I think he needs the cash. So good for all of them.
The buses.
Well, that's why he sold it.
No,
his
not
tax.
the buses.
No, the guy who sold it sold it because he has tax fraud and all these allegations against him.
Oh,
So
he's the guy that just sold it. Yeah.
He's clearly guilty and needs money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, anyways, that was interesting. Not that it really
it's a
matters.
bizarre duo to buy a team, though. I thought A-Rod and Mark Lowry was bizarre. This blows the weird.
How do
buddy
these
cop.
two? How does one guy's 80 and the other guy's 20? How do they get hooked up together?
Well, there's probably a.
And not that 600 million isn't a lot of money. That's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not privy to the details of the deal, but it is sort of strange.
How do we work Disney into the Lakers now? Will Mickey Mouse?
Well, they
be
were
the new
gonna buy
mascot,
the
or-
new Vegas franchise, which
Right.
I don't know why then turn around and pay $5 million more for Vegas.
Well, I don't think
Private versus
Iger's
the
still with
Lakers.
Disney.
No,
No,
he's
I don't
not
think he
anymore.
is.
He's the ex-CEO.
Yeah, but Dad said, "How do we work Disney into it?"
He's still a Disney guy. Did you hear the interview with Magic Johnson? I think it was today or yesterday, when he was first going to sign his shoe deal. Did you hear about this?
No.
So Converse offered him the most money out of high school. Adidas offered him the second most, and Nike was just starting. So Phil Knight said, "We really, really want you, but we're just starting, and I can't match that much money. Could we do something? Could we give you stock?" And he goes, "I don't know what stock is." So I'm just going to take the money from Converse. So the interviewer goes, so the stock they offered you, what's it worth today? And he goes, I don't want to say. Moral of the story, if he would have taken the stock, it would have been worth $2 billion today.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. That's what they
Well,
did.
I
I mean,
mean,
they
if
did
you
that with Jordan.
Because he didn't know what the word stock meant. Which
if
I
you
believe.
if you invested in WWE at $1, you'd
Oh,
be a
I'm so
millionaire. So
mad
what's your point?
I'm so mad at our roommate. I wanted when it was for sale for a penny, and I want, oh my God, we honestly, it's scary how much money we would have. Be able to get a house, not be homeless. Yeah,
I mean,
no, I'm not. That's a factual conversation that she's like, why would we do this? I'm like, I wanted to buy a bunch of pennies worth.
You don't need that many pennies worth.
Like 1,000 shares would have been nice. By my calculations, that's 1,000 pennies.
Yeah.
yeah, multiply it by 10,000.
It's at
Oh
it's at
God.
$195 right now, TKO.
And I think it would have. Well, when I've gotten money when they sold.
I don't know what
No,
happened. I
you
mean,
would
no,
have.
you'd have gotten TKO shares.
I know it.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
would have
know
gotten
it.
your. It
I
would have
know
been
it.
they sold what they probably would have done the share swap, or you probably would have gotten
Well,
however
I
many
know
shares for each
I
WWE
know
one.
it's split at least once or twice too. So I probably would have had like 5 or 10,000 shares. But oh my God,
You could have sold it right away if you wanted to.
I would have. Anywho, I could have bought a WNBA team.
I
You
mean,
could
yeah,
buy the Aurora.
I could buy. Oh, we have a new volleyball team here now. Did you know that? The Force.
I didn't even know there was professional volleyball. Learn something new every
I
day.
didn't either till today when they named our team and colors, and we have the Force who will be playing at XL Energy Center apparently. So they must be
It's
planning
kind
on
of a
getting.
bad name.
Yeah, I feel like it was an open slate there, and they have a bunch of ex-Gophers on it.
Well,
So,
that would make sense.
well, I think that's. I don't know really anything else about the league. I don't know if it's all new or if they're just adding a team to it, but yeah, so another new team that we can. What's going to happen? They're going to go undefeated, get to the championship, and lose, and then we'll go. Welcome to Minnesota Sports Force. So
No, and our women's teams usually fare better. We PWHL won back to back, and our WNBA team was a dynasty. So
yeah, I think we're in trouble this year. Then we'll see.
I said was.
I do. I think that Indiana, and then we'll get off of WNBA. I think the stars are sort of aligning for them to play the Aces in the championship, and I would have to vote for the Aces at that point, who I don't really like because I don't really like Becky Hammond, but I like her more than Caitlin Clark. Play some more
Aren't there like
Chelsea.
still a bunch of games left? Not a bunch, but like.
Oh, you know what? They're stop this. This is the other crazy thing. They're stopping in like a week for some tournament.
FIBA.
Yeah, like world tournament. It's really weird.
No, there's like a 3-week break.
Yeah. So.
But even then, I still think every team's got like 10 games left.
No, they do, but they're still They're stopping.
It's at the
before
very
the end.
beginning, first half of September, basically. They're not playing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the Vikings. This is shocking news. I hope everyone's sitting down. I don't think anyone saw this coming, but the Vikings have named their quarterback. Kyler Murray, if you haven't heard. Shocking news. Thoughts?
I have a feeling it wasn't KOC's decision.
To start him?
Yeah.
You think he wanted McCarthy?
I mean, everything he said in the past, and he's always about like NFL teams are the ones who fail young quarterbacks. They give up on them too early. All this stuff. He's always said this in the past about young quarterbacks. I think he wanted another year of JJ, and I mean they traded up to get him. Like I think he believes in him and he wants him. I think I think he would have wanted JJ, but he there were some other people on the team who didn't want him. But maybe one person. They probably you don't sign Kyler Murray not to start him, I think. So I think to your point, it was pretty obvious. But again, Kyler Murray was worse than JJ McCarthy last year, so and JJ McCarthy was bad.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting too much.
This might not work, but JJ McCarthy wasn't good in college, and that was just a bad pick, and sometimes you have to admit that. And you know what I don't understand about KOC or whatever his name is? He's got the perfect opportunity to just throw the ex guy under the bus and say, I didn't want him in the first. Like, they're so worried about saying that they made a mistake with him. They made a mistake.
As long as
he didn't make it, but they made one.
As long as he's on the team, you can't say that.
Yeah, I agree.
Kyler, week 2,
why is he on
Kyler,
the team?
Well, it's a different discussion. You could just get rid of him, and then you can say whatever you want. But as long as he's on the team, and as long as you're one injury away from him having to play, I think you still have to you still got to say the right things. But
luckily,
I am with you. I think he was Kwesi. I don't know that he was Kwesi's guy. I think Kwesi felt understandably pressured by a number of people to get a quarterback in what was known to hypothetically be a deep quarterback draft. KOC is there's report after report after article about how he wanted Drake May. He was going to do whatever he could get Drake May.
Well, everyone wanted Drake May.
I know, but they went on. That's why they hired McCown, because he had coached him before, the whole thing. And Kwesi couldn't make it happen, and then he was in a spot, and JJ who was left, and I think that's kind of how we ended up with him. But
so bad.
But if KOC said I don't like JJ at all, don't draft him, they wouldn't have drafted him.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how that.
I mean, they fired the guy who did it 3 years later. We've not been great, but it hasn't been.
Yeah,
he couldn't pass in college. Why was he going to be able to pass in the pros?
I'm not a JJ McCarthy defender, but I don't think we can give up on him. I don't think we can trade him. I mean, we saw what happened with Darnold.
No,
JJ showed more flashes than Darnold ever did.
No,
I will say it again. If JJ McCarthy doesn't get hurt last year, he makes the playoffs in his first year.
Darnold was a great college quarterback. JJ couldn't throw the ball in college. No, you can't compare the two.
He threw it enough to win a national championship. So
he ran enough.
I'm not defending JJ McCarthy in the NFL, and I'm just saying I don't think we can give up on him yet. We've seen this with other guys.
37 straight plays in the national championship game. That's factual. Because he couldn't throw. So no. Darnold
we've
way
seen
more potential.
But I'm talking the NFL. At this point, Darnold was way worse than JJ was.
But also
he started out.
I'm gonna offend some neighbors here probably, but to Dad's point, Sam Darnold was the 3rd overall pick and ended up on perhaps one of the worst football teams to ever exist, which was the late 2010s New York Jets. JJ walked onto a playoff team.
Yeah. No, and never throw and couldn't throw in college. He's terrible.
I just think no matter if he threw 10 times, 30 times, whatever, Darnold had the pedigree, he had the talent, he had the high draft, whatever. He had every bit of support around him that he possibly could. And on top of it all, the guy just couldn't stay on the field.
Who do we play the 4th game of the season?
Well, neither can JJ is a big problem, so.
Yeah, well, that's...
No, I was saying JJ couldn't stay on the field. Darnold played plenty, except when he had mono.
But he's out for 2 years for that. But no, JJ also was drafted.
They just benched him after, which turned out to be a bad idea. I don't think it's a fair. I think
Darnold
I hate to agree with Dad, but yeah.
Oh my God, you do hate to agree with me, but it's.
I'm saying we've seen flashes of good JJ McCarthy being good in the NFL.
I have not seen
when he's healthy.
Flashes.
There was a few games we thought we were going to be great with him, and then he kept getting injured. He made some good throws, but yeah. It also doesn't help when JJ made some great throws and then his TJ Hawkinson decided to be the worst tight end in the league, dropped every single ball thrown his way, and so did the other wide receivers. Justin Jefferson had his worst year last year. He dropped more balls than he ever has combined.
Well, okay. Can I just say one thing? I'm going to say 2 things. One, I do like how Sam opened up this segment by saying I'm not defending JJ McCarthy, and then has proceeded to defend JJ McCarthy for 10 minutes. The second thing I'm
No,
going to say is
I said I opened it up saying Kyler should be the starter. I'm saying I don't think we should trade him or get rid of McCarthy.
Well, okay, then the second thing you said was I don't want to defend him. But the other thing I was going to add is you just said a lot of people had a lot of drops last year. Those guys haven't historically dropped the ball, and something changed last year. I mean, I think it's maybe a little silly to blame the quarterback for drops, but I kind of think
there was 4 different quarterbacks, so I mean,
and that's the cool thing about this year. We're only 3 injuries away from our guys starting again.
Yeah. One more. Yeah, there's one more guy in the way.
The Broski will be back in 4 games.
And Hawkinson has not stopped dropping
it.
balls from Kyler Murray either, by the way, in training camp.
To be fair, everybody caught Brosmer's passes. He just only threw like 4 of them to the right team.
Well, that's true, and most of them are only 2 yards, but a lot of them were to the other team.
And pretty much all of them were caught, at least.
Yeah, no, his yeah. Well, I'm not going to actually be at training next week. I'll be selling popcorn at training camp, and then we have on-field passes, and I will be leaving the premises right after I sell and not going on field, so I won't be able to report.
You want to say hi to a friend of the program, a member of the Orchard, the videographer for the Vikings? I can put you in touch.
Yeah, tell him that okay. Well, then I feel like I'll have to stay for the practice.
I'll tell him to go early and get some popcorn.
Tell him I'll be there tell him the 20th we'll be there selling popcorn. If he introduces himself, I'll get him a bag or 2. Yeah.
All right.
That's
I'll let him know.
So, all right, first preseason game I think is coming up, right? So Saturday or Sunday?
Yes.
Do we have a starter?
Kyler. Oh, in that game, I don't know.
Yeah.
I do think the starters need to play more this year in the preseason. I don't like how they
they played none last year.
Yeah.
Well, last year was 3 games and they played none, and you can tell that there was some rust. So I think starters need to play more too, but especially with the one less game.
Yeah, I wonder what they'll do. I mean,
probably not.
Do you turn around and start McCarthy then? That'd be weird.
I mean, if Kyler doesn't play, that's exactly what they'll do.
I think you got to play Kyler at least maybe you don't. I don't. Whatever.
I don't think you can go 3. I don't think you can go through the preseason and not give Kyler at least a few series, if not a full couple quarters. Maybe a quarter and a half, 2 quarters, but I don't disagree. New team, new system. Like, I think you got to get him out there, live reps. Doesn't have to be a lot, probably a total of like a quarter and a half's worth of play. Doesn't have to be much, but
I do find it easier to talk when I'm not staring at myself, like last week when we were in that fancy studio.
Well, you clearly don't have the slushy machine going either.
No, I don't. Yeah, I've been busy. The slushy machine is not. Although that's not a bad idea. I might have to make some after. Late night slushies.
I didn't know if maybe you were just worried it wasn't quite clean yet.
No, because we made froze the other day that I had to clean it up.
Well, I meant fully clean from the throat. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah. Are we watching the Twins game in Iowa tomorrow, or?
I will.
Is that on Netflix?
Cool.
Is that what I heard?
That sounds right.
I think they usually are. I mean, I haven't watched the game all year. I'm not starting now.
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
Ugh, yuck. Oh well, I'm busy tomorrow anyways, but still.
We talked about it a lot last week, but it is even. Hold, please. Let me check if they won or not to see how stupid.
They won.
It's
today.
even. No, not the Twins. Okay, I was talking about the Tigers. I was gonna say it's the Scooble thing was stupid enough last week. It's even stupider now. The Tigers, until they lost tonight, were a half game back in the wild card. I still don't understand why after one half of a bad year they traded him, and now they are easily in the reach of the playoffs and traded away probably the best pitcher in the league.
Although the Dodgers are not doing well with him. He hasn't pitched that great with the Dodgers.
Well,
but,
fair point.
And we came out, the Brewers reported offer came out, and it was better than the Dodgers. And the Dodgers said they also wanted their number one prospect and a MLB ready pitcher, which or the Tigers wanted that, not the Dodgers, which they didn't get. And they, to your point last week, was they didn't wait till the clock struck midnight or 2 p.m. Eastern, whatever what the deadline was, to see if they could get the offer they quote unquote wanted. So it is all a sham. It's all rigged for the Dodgers. It makes no sense.
I do find it refreshing and comforting that we did play the Twins almost got this guy game again. They were in on this guy. They were in on this guy. They were in on. It's amazing how many guys they're always in on. They're brilliant because they're in just enough to not ever get them. But I think they should have been in on.
We supposedly offered Culpepper for the Toronto pitcher. Then we called up. They said I think they wanted MLB arm too. But we called Culpepper up. He had a home run his first game, and then we benched him 2 games later.
There's no way that whoever they got for that.
I mean, he's still played like 4 out of 6 games.
Are you talking about
since
for
he's been
Guzman?
Gausman, but yeah.
Gausman? There's no way whoever they got from Gausman is better than Culpepper. That's crazy that they wouldn't take him.
I don't remember who they got, but did you see that the Angels wanted Walker Jenkins for Zach Neto? How insane are they?
Well, you know what? Honestly, the Twins should have given. If the Twins aren't going to bring the guy up when we need a hitter, then you might as well give it to him because they don't want him. Rodon, whatever. Get rid of him.
He had 4 hits today. He was on fire.
He did.
I genuinely think he had. I genuinely think he was 4 for 5. He was 3 for 3 with a walk.
So now he's hitting probably 200. So okay, no, I mean
236.
Okay, yes, the guy's 3 for 3 and he's hitting 236. So he was.
I mean, he's got a lot of at bats. It's not can't raise your average that much.
Well, okay, Walker.
Well, Zach Neto, by the way, is batting 220.
Yeah, well, I don't even know who that guy is, so I don't care that they didn't get him. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean,
why is he the guy they're going
225?
After?
Well, he was ironically a shortstop. I'm sure they were going for him because they thought they might trade Culpepper.
Or they were just going to move Culpepper to center field. That's what we do with our shortstops. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Drew, your desires. Drew, once they called Culpepper up, Drew texted us and said we're finally rid of Ryan Kriegler, and Ryan Kriegler's played every single game since he's called up. Yeah.
They put him in center field the next day.
That guy's got pictures on somebody.
He's awful. Rodon's awful.
The Twins scored 7 runs and had 14 hits today, and also walked twice.
Tristan Gray is awful. I mean, how many awful shortstops do we need to have?
They sent Gray down. Gray's in the minors again.
You know who else
they
is
sent
awful?
down when they brought Culpepper up.
Larnach. It's time Larnach goes to.
At one point,
Jenkins a try.
Larnach's playing well.
At one point, we had, I think, 6 middle infield prospects in the MLB top 100, and not a single one has been good.
Keyshawn's been good.
Lately, yeah. He's been okay lately.
He's been really good lately. He had a bad first month. Other than that, he's been great. They moved him to the outfield to Sam's slight point, but
he's not a very good outfielder.
He's no,
and not in his.
I don't count March because it's like 2 games. But April he only hit 226, but then in May he hit 291. June wasn't great. July and August he had matched 323 batting averages. Hit 291 in May and 241 in June. For a guy in his first full year, he's 23 years old. That's pretty good. Now, to be fair, Brooks Lee is average at best at this point. Culpepper, we'll see what he's got. He was one of them, but
Brooks Lee's below average when you include defense. Culpepper, I mean, it's too early to tell.
He's a fine third baseman. But again,
Royce Lewis has been awful.
Yeah, there's a point.
None of them are actually shortstops. Is the problem? Like they're all fine.
But what's the rationale?
Royce can't play anywhere in the field. I don't know what's wrong with him. But
what's the rationale for not giving Jenkins a try? I mean, is there one?
I'm sure it's a stupid one, whatever it is. I mean, he's not like lighting the world on fire at AAA, but I am also like,
There's a guy
he
on
can't
the
be worse than these other guys.
Right. Just give him a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, they've been below 500 for 2 straight years. You would think they would change something.
Like, I get he's only 21. I get he's doing well, but he's not exactly, like I said, he's not hitting 350. They have too many lefty outfielders, and they refuse to like not just let go of some of them.
By the way, I thought the volleyball team name was the Force. It's the Forge.
That's better, I feel like.
The Forge?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Force is just dumb. Like,
it's not the Force, it's the Forge.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The Forge is better.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, that's your problem. Yeah, I don't know. Ryan Kreidler's got pictures on somebody. I don't know who it is.
I said that.
Yeah, I know you did. That's I'm agreeing with you. I don't know. Culpepper has like not played maybe twice since he came up, so I don't know what Sam's mad
At
about.
least. Well, I mean, I don't want
to. Also, I don't mean to be mean to the guy. He's only got 2 hits. Like, it's not like he's 3 for 4 every night. I don't know.
Well, I mean, no other team brings up their number 1 prospect and then benches him 2 days later for Ryan Kreidler.
Teams do that all the time. And I feel this way too about the whole like, oh, they're always in on people. If you went and read another team's athletic page, that's what they're reporting on. I guarantee you that happens all the time.
They only give him 2 at-bats in the second game too. So, I mean,
he had 4 at-bats. He got walked in 3 of them. Hit twice. No, he got hit twice and walked once. I've been watching the Twins lately. You guys aren't going to win what happened in the Twins.
No, they don't deserve my time until they sell a team.
You're like turning into dad with the Timberwolves. You're just like saying stuff and hoping it's true because you don't watch.
Well, no, it is true. They benched him the 3rd game. That's completely true.
You act at bench as if like guys play every single game.
Well, when he's 23 years old and we got Ryan Kreidler, he should play.
But he's also coming off of a hamstring he's also coming off a hamstring injury earlier in the year, and they play less games.
He's clearly healthy enough to be playing. So
I know, but you don't think it's like, so he's been on the team active roster for 6 games. He's played in 4 of them.
Let's put it this way: Ryan Kreidler plays every single game.
I get
Culpepper should be playing every single game.
That's not my point. I'm not comparing him to him. He plays too much. I don't know why he all of a sudden played in center field the one game. That was insane.
Is the Timberwolves GM, is his name Tim Conley?
That's correct.
Don't you think he has better things to do with his time than being one of the owners of the Forge?
I thought I read somewhere his daughter plays college.
Oh, so she'll be on the Forge.
Oh, I don't know if she'll be on.
You guys want to get season tickets with me?
I think there was some connection with. How do you spell Conley? There's so many different ways to spell Conley. That's the problem.
I feel like I should expand my women's season ticket portfolio.
They're really playing at the XL. Feels.
Yeah.
He's also a minority investor. Can't imagine it's a.
Oh, because he's white?
Stake. No, that'd be a majority investor.
Oh. Okay.
I don't even know who the owner is. It's like a group.
Yeah, I think for $100 we could be one of the owners. I don't think we have to be.
Sam tried to be an owner of the Aurora. He's too slow.
I was like a day. I mean, I'm shocked they wouldn't take me, but I did try to be.
Yeah, that you would think they would need all the investors.
Maybe if they took my money, they would have won the championship. They could have signed another person.
No, they have Minnesota-itis. They don't. It's what happens. Timberwolves. Are you excited that they're all in France?
I don't know if you watched Rudy Gobert's video. He posted. I think we're winning the championship after that video.
Was a pretty electric video, actually. I don't know who his video editor is, but pretty good stuff. Pretty awesome stuff.
I don't know who is. Well, I know they're dressing themselves, but Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball's attire in France is unbelievable.
Plus, when they told the team that they were going to France, some of the players were like, I can't afford that. So then they had to buy tickets for everybody. It's pretty electric.
I think they probably just offered. Why do you think people said they couldn't afford it? You don't just think
I saw one of the rookies said I couldn't afford to go there. I feel like he
Okay.
still could have, but he probably didn't want to. That's the strangest thing
Edwards
ever.
and Ball though could have said they could have proactively done it, and then he could have said that after the
You know
fact.
what
Like,
Rudy
thanks
could
for
have
doing
done?
that. I couldn't have done it.
Rudy could have just come home and they could have practiced here. I feel like the France thing is just weird, but whatever.
you don't what you're in the middle of planning a team bonding trip. You understand that it's important. And you're actually, based off the conversation we had, you're trying to Rudy Gobert did. You're trying to pick where they go so you can go where you want to go. I think you're being a bit of a hypocrite here.
No, I'm trying to okay, that's partly true. I'm trying to avoid two places, so I'm picking the third. If it was up to
I think
me,
that's your excuse. I think you are trying to go to a specific place and trying to find a way to make it work.
Also, team bonding in Minneapolis, Minnesota doesn't hit the same as
in
Paris,
summer it
France.
does. In summer,
I would way rather take a team trip,
you could,
especially when two of the guys are paying for the trip and one of the guys who's hosting us, I'm sure, is paying for everything there. Way rather take the trip to France.
well, they could purify themselves in Lake Minnetonka like Prince did.
I don't think we need another Minnesota sports team on Lake Minnetonka.
Oh, that's true. Though that was the Vikings. They're not allowed there anymore. The Timberwolves might be.
I trust this team less than that Vikings team.
Really? That's probably true. Why? I mean, Ant's married with 17 kids. He's settled down. I'm not really. Did they bring Dante with?
I don't think I think he's like
Not allowed
still
to
on
travel.
crutches, basically. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, is this
The only
gonna
person
help?
that didn't go was
The
Bones
coach?
Highland, which no, well, the coach was at the assistant coach's wedding.
Oh, your friend.
Yeah, well, not really my friend, but sort of my friend. Yeah, he had business to attend to.
Why didn't Bones Highland go?
I have no idea. He was the only one that wasn't there.
That's not a good sign.
I think we re-signed him, didn't we?
Do you think they
And I think they all kind of
left
like
without
him.
telling
That
him?
feels, yeah, I was gonna say that felt voluntary. Maybe he didn't get a seat on the flight.
Wow.
I genuinely have no idea. It feels like Bones' choice, not
Speaking of basketball, we didn't really get you briefly mentioned our Philly correspondent. Is he excited about this? Because they're gonna now every free agent wants to go there, which is weird to me. But what's his take? I don't think we got the official take now that it happened.
We totally did, but I will repeat it. I said, I mean, I'm going to read the exact text.
We talked about it at length, Dad.
On the show?
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I didn't think it was on the show. Never mind.
I said, you think this is going to work? He said, nope, but I'm going to enjoy the ride.
There might not be a ride, but okay. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
I think that was kind of his point. What do you mean there's not going to be a ride?
Well, I think it's going to end. I think at least two of them will be out for the season quickly.
Well, that's kind of still part of the ride.
Help me understand something else. Because there was a time when, not that I'm ever going to defend Glenn Taylor, although I am going to defend him on one thing. It's not like the guy never spent money. He just didn't do a good job of doing it. But remember when he was suspended for a whole year and we lost 5 straight years of draft picks for circumventing the free agency? How was Clippers guy not banned from the league for what he did? I'm not talking about the player. I'm talking about.
Are you talking about the Kawhi Leonard situation?
Yeah. How is this guy still? How is the owner still allowed to be around? Because he's in LA and he's got.
And a bigger question is, why is Pablo Torre the one uncovering all this?
No one's denying it.
Yeah, the league doesn't want anyone to find out. I don't know. They still haven't really said that he didn't do it either. I don't know what they're thinking.
They're not even. We are. Don't you find it weird though? Like, this is it's way worse than what Glenn Taylor did.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't said he didn't do. I'm sure there's more to come.
Okay.
I mean, they wouldn't. That's why they wouldn't let him trade him. Basically, they basically
Well, he's
told
still not
Toronto.
technically traded, right?
Yeah, because
Right.
they told Toronto if we punish him, it's gonna be he's
Yeah,
on your
you're
team, and
punished.
they're like, well, okay, well we don't want him then.
No, which I completely
But
understand.
if he's, I mean, whether they're gonna even punish him, probably not. But
Yeah, it's weird.
Who knows?
I also thought
Yeah,
when
I
the
don't know what
Timberwolves did
else.
it was kind of smart. I didn't, but I
Well, no,
obviously
I'm just saying.
somehow broke the rules.
I'm not like coming down on Glenn Taylor. I'm just saying we lost 5 straight years of draft picks because of it.
I also,
And
yeah, I just didn't
this is way
understand.
worse.
I just didn't understand why. Who cares if they sign 3 consecutive 1-year contracts?
Yeah, no,
Who cares if
I don't know.
I mean, there's plenty of things I'm like, I don't know. Like Pete Rose bet on his own team. Who cares? He bet on his own team.
All I'm saying is I'm not even disputing the problems. I'm just trying to make the point that our team got severely punished. This is for nothing even close to as bad as this is, in theory. So that's my only point.
I think we're agreeing with you.
No, it's because it's Minnesota. No one cares, and it's LA. And it's a major market, so they're not going to penalize. It is weird. The Minnesota Timberwolves got the worst punishment out of any franchise in all the Big Four sports, and they weren't even that good. I mean, they became good.
They could have used those draft picks, by the way.
David Stern took no prisoners. I mean,
when did KG get drafted?
David Stern ran such a tight ship, he made Michael Jordan go play baseball for a year because he was gambling too much.
Yeah, no, that's
Silver's just a pushover. KG would have been drafted 95. Does that sound right? 95.
But he wasn't even that high of a draft pick, was he?
I was like 6 months old.
I think he was. Don't you remember? He was like, I want to say it was like a 12th or 14th or 15th round pick.
No, I thought he was like 5.
Oh, was he?
You should know. You were the only one here with functioning thoughts, much less. I mean, Sam and 5, but.
Okay, hang on.
I guess I can look it up. Why am I making you look this up? This is not productive. Kevin Garnett. Got him on fire. Garnett was drafted with the 5th overall pick in the 1995 NBA draft.
Yeah, he was.
Nailed it.
Joe Smith was the 1st overall pick that year. That's ironic.
Yeah, he was.
Wow,
the Timberwolves have always loved stacking draft picks from the same drafts.
Oh yeah,
they're doing it now.
I know. D'Lo and Cat. Wiggins and Levine. Was Wiggins and Levine the same year?
Wiggins wasn't Wiggins he was the overall number 1 or 2.
Yeah, right. That's my point. They love getting top picks, like multiple top guys from the same draft, but like through trades later on in their careers.
Maybe it'll work one of these times. Can I ask you guys I guess
he was on the team. I was gonna say I think that was the Julius Randle draft too.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
If we were scheduled to go on a plane and you had a feeling something might happen to the plane, would you two take another one and let me still go on that plane? I'm just curious because I'm asking for future reference. Would you secretly go somewhere on a different plane and leave me on the plane that something might happen to?
I think I would tell you I have this feeling.
Okay, thank you. It's comforting. I really didn't know the answer. I thought you might just send me off on the possible bad plane while you snuck off onto another one. So I appreciate. Well, Drew didn't answer.
I was trying to find a way to make a joke about somebody on the plane quitting within 24 hours of learning that, but I couldn't think of the right way to tell that joke.
I would have quit you two. It would have been me to quit you two.
I couldn't think of the right way to make the joke, so
I would have definitely quit you two.
Yeah, there was no clever way to make the joke, so I just didn't do it.
I was just curious.
I think
But
the reasoning was
if you would have left
more
me on that plane.
more time with family, I think was the reasoning given.
Life's about timing.
Yeah.
I would have done the more time with family. I would have said that in 3 weeks, not 3 hours after I was hung out to dry on a maybe bad plane. But anyways. Anywho.
It's a good question.
I was just curious where I stood, but I don't really fly with you guys very often. Sam and I flew.
I just flew with you.
I said except for Sam.
Oh, you went to the airport together. You didn't fly together.
No, we
flew together.
His layover was in Minneapolis.
We sat first class together.
Why did you lay over?
Because that's every single flight has a layover.
San Francisco is the most difficult place in the world to get to, apparently.
It's a massive airport. It's so Chicago. I don't buy that.
San Francisco sucks. People like it for no reason.
No, I'm telling you, the only way to get to San Fran from Chicago was a stop, and Minneapolis was one of them, so we took it together.
Delta and SFO hate each other for some reason.
How about all the time Sam couldn't even get to Florida other than...
Well, that doesn't surprise me as much. That's a that's a really long flight. And like, why
Alaska Airlines figured it out.
Well, they're the only one. My point was, why are you going to Florida if you're in San Francisco? Just go to like San Diego. It's a lot faster.
Alaska Airlines going to Florida from San Francisco.
Well, and there's only one of those, by the way. No, SFO is the worst airport ever.
So Sam and I went to
San Jose. San Jose is a much better airport.
Sam and I flew together back to Minnesota.
That doesn't really count as a flight. It's like a taxi ride.
It was it wasn't super long.
No, I mean, we had an adventure.
We did have an adventure. The drive, we had an adventure. Sam made me stop at the casino.
Oh, really?
Sam's alley. You talk about an adventure. Spend 20 minutes in the alley of Sam's new place. That's an adventure. I met his neighbors, though, so that was fun. Sam had an adventure with was it Xfinity?
Xfinity.
Yeah, Xfinity. So hopefully when we move, you guys will remember us.
Why would you moving have anything to do with that?
I meant remember the struggles we had if we need help. That never mind.
By the way, I talked to you about 3 hours ago, and I called you and said whenever you're moving, I can fly up and help. So
I said the same thing to Mom before I left.
He did.
Well, Mom didn't even tell me, by the way. I talked to Mom yesterday, and she didn't tell me.
So that's funny about that. She goes, well, I didn't know if you didn't want me to. I go, why? First of all, why would I care? And so I just did. I feel
like after you guys told me, you immediately said we should call Sam and tell him. You just never did that.
Mom never did. No.
No, I talked to Mom for about 45 minutes yesterday. Never came up.
Yeah, but you're talking.
Well, to be fair, I only found out Monday because I happened to be in the house. So.
Well, Will only found out Friday because my roommate might have been drinking too much.
Yeah, true.
And blurted it out at dinner, and Will's like,
that's basically how the story was told to me by Will. That's factual. No, I more meant like that's almost exactly how Will retold it too, like word for word. I did think it was strange on Monday. She said it as if Will didn't already know, and Will was like, Will clearly knew, but now I know why.
I don't think she even probably remembers that Will knows.
That's my point exactly. That'll be a fun little subplot to follow through the next couple months.
Any special requests in the new house, Sam?
Hot tub would be nice.
Not a hot tub guy.
Well, first I asked Sam. I was getting to you next, but we'll get to you. So, hot tub. What about an indoor pool?
I thought it was a spa room.
I feel like an indoor pool defeats the purpose of a pool.
I don't disagree, but so far a few of the I was going to say applicants. That's the wrong word. Options do have a hot tub, believe it or not.
But the red zone while we're in a hot tub eating cocktail weenies would be kind of nice.
Oh God, yeah. Drew, any special requests for you? And then I'll.
I don't know. I can ask my roommate. Any special requests in the new house? No. No.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Well,
come
that
mow
would
the
still be
lawn
in
for
the
you though,
house.
Dad.
Yeah, well, that is up for discussion.
You got to teach your roommate how to do it.
Um,
Guy's never had to do a thing in his life.
yeah, if we're waiting for him to do it, we might just have to hire someone. We might be at that age.
Life-size cutout of Danhausen, maybe
You know what's
near the bar.
You know what we do have? A life-size cutout of you that
I know,
my roommate will not throw away.
I saw it in storage. I know.
She will not throw that away.
Closing moments, because I'm running out of stuff to talk about. But had dinner last night with a handful of friends, and Danhausen was a pretty hot topic of conversation.
Of course it is.
And I don't think the wife of one of my friends really grasped like quite how popular he was in like broader pop culture.
What about the mini houses?
I explained the mini houses. I showed them the pictures of the mini houses. They didn't have words, to be honest.
It's the ones with
and
me in it?
why yeah, well, the ones with all of us in it.
Oh, that's
how could
true.
you have
All
words?
with them.
But the craziest part of the whole thing is I'm like, yeah, he's just kind of everywhere right now, and like I promise you more people like wrestling than you think, blah blah blah, whatever. Unrelated, but in the same dinner, we were talking about a show on Apple TV called Widow's Bay. Good show, kind of horror-esque, not for everybody, but I liked it. They watched it. They were like, it's great. We love it. I go on Twitter today. The main character in that show, which is about a cursed island, no joke, is about a cursed island, is in a picture with Danhausen, and the caption is just two cursed guys or something like that. And so I send it to them. I go, I told you guys that A, this guy was real, B, he's super popular, and C, this was all in my head. I didn't say this, but I was like, I just sent the picture. And they were like, that's unbelievable. And then someone else said, where are the little people?
The mini houses.
He said a word I'm not going to repeat on air, but yes.
Oh, is that not politically correct?
Well,
they do have a name.
It is in Dickinson, South Dakota, North Dakota.
Dickinson, North Dakota, which, by the way, I think you know this. They are back to that nickname now.
They are, yeah.
They left for a while, and now they're back because they're like, F it. We don't care. We are who we are. Which I respect them.
Yeah. All right. I'm out of stuff to talk about, so you guys carry the show if we want to keep going.
No, it's next week. We may or may not be back, but we might have to take a week break. As Sam, do you have any final thoughts from your West Coast studio, Sam?
Well, I can do it Thursday, by the way, and potentially Wednesday night. So
I can't do either. I'll be in Las Vegas
next week.
So yeah, don't blame me, by the way. Blame the other guy on the show.
I didn't know he was going to Las Vegas next week. Jesus.
We literally talked about this.
Well, I knew you were going. I didn't know
no,
time out. I didn't know the dates. I knew you were going to.
I told you in 2 weeks. You might have forgotten that, but yeah.
I didn't know the exact dates. So
we leave Wednesday night.
Well, I mean, then you'll be on the West Coast. You got plenty of time, but yeah, we'll figure out if we do a show.
I can do
Vegas. I do not have plenty of time. I have things to do.
We can do it Friday then.
I'll still be in Las Vegas.
I'll be with Sam Friday in Chicago.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back when we're back, but thank you for tuning into Apples to Apples right here on any of the channels that you have found us on. We'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye.